Online students. So online students. Yeah. Yeah. In the last class, yeah, I said about how to work with. I just gave an introduction of what is Numpy is, right? I said Numpy is a library and it is a third-party library or package. And then I said Numpy stands for numerical Python. And this is the official website and the current version of Numpy is what? 2.3. I said Numpy is a fundamental package for scientific computing with Python. And Numpy is a fundamental package for scientific computing in Python. And it is a Python library that provides a multi-dimensional array object. And it allows various operations like masked arrays and matrices. And it will try to provide some fast operations on array and including mathematical, logical, shaping, manipulating, and sorting, selecting IO, discrete Fourier transformation, basic linear algebra, so basic statistical operations, random simulations, and all this you can do it by using which one? NumPy arrays. Okay. And NumPy package is used in different domains. And I said, what are the applications of NumPy? So NumPy is used in what here? Scientific, like quantum computing, statistical computing, signal processing, image processing, graphics, graphs and networks, geographic processing, architecture and engineering, some mathematical analysis, bioinformatics, and it is also used for developing other array libraries. So it means it is a API that allows you to use for developing other array libraries. And I said it is used in data science for data science or data analysis. And it is also used in what? Machine learning for doing predictions. Okay, advanced statistical operations. And it is also used for data visualization. So all these things you can do it by using which one? NumPy. So NumPy provides a powerful data structure called array. Okay. So next what we are talking about is what is the advantage? What is the advantage of using NumPy array? So NumPy here, NumPy provides one data structure. NumPy provides one powerful data structure. Okay. NumPy provides one powerful data structure. And what is the data structure is array. You are saying array, but what is the name of the data type is, what is the name of the data type is ND array. What is the name of the data type? ND array. So NumPy provide one. So NumPy provide one data structure. And what is the name of the data structure? Yes. Is it my voice is clear, right? Online students. Is it my voice is clear? Online students, right? Okay. So NumPy provides one powerful data structure. Yes, ma'am. NumPy provides one powerful data structure. And what is the name of the data structure? ND array. ND array. What is the name of the data type? ND array. ND array, what it is? Data type. ND array is a data type. ND array is a data type or data structure. It is a data type or it is a data structure. It is a data type or data structure use it to represent hmm, hmm, Hmm. So ND array is a data type or data structure used to represent what you are representing here, array. So in NumPy, only one data structure is there. This is one data structure which is there. Only one data structure. And what is the name of the data structure? ND array. So what is ND array is data type. And the data type represent which data structure, which type array. So what is array? Is a collection of data. Data structure represents what? Representation of data in memory. So array is a sequential data structure or a non-sequential? Sequential. I said no, like list. List is what? Data structure. Is it a list is a linear data structure or non-linear? Linear data structure. And even array is also which data structure? Linear data structure. Linear means sequential. Sequential, you are saying sequential. Means how the data is organized in sequential order. So that you can read the data sequentially as well as what? Randomly. Okay, so there is ordered and there is what? Unordered, right? So array is a linear data structure where the data is organized in which order? Sequential order. But this array can be used to represent 1D array, 2D array, 3D array, ND array. So it can be a vector, it can be matrix, or it can be a tensor. Okay, it can be a vector, it can be a matrix, or it can be tensor. So vector means 1D, matrix means 2D, tensor means more than 2D, right? So you can represent in different dimensions. So that is possible by using which one? Array. Okay. So ND array is a data type or data structure used to represent what here? Array. Understood? So it is a powerful data structure provided by ND array. So ND array, okay, here. So here array can be, okay, array can be 1D array, one dimensional array. We'll talk about what is dimension and all the things. But for your understanding, I'm just telling you, right? It can be what here? 2D array. It can be 2D array or it can be, what is a 3D array? So this can be up to what? ND array. Means it can be a vector or it can be matrix or it can be tensor. Okay. So you can put in different, you can organize in different format. Either it is one row with multiple columns, multiple rows with multiple columns, and it can be 3D, right? So what is the advantage of NumPy array? Next comes here, what is the advantage of NumPy array? So why we are using NumPy array? To perform scientific calculations. Why we are using NumPy array? To perform mathematical operations. Why you are using NumPy array? To perform statistical operations. Why you are using NumPy array? For for manipulating images, audio and video. Why you are using NumPy array? For performing linear algebra. So there is a lot of operations which you can do it by using which one? NumPy. There is a lot of operations you can do it by using NumPy, right? So don't think that you are just store, because I say no. So in order to solve or in order to process the data, the data cannot be processed. I said no, the data cannot be processed within the hard disk. The data cannot be processed within the hard disk. Okay, you have a CSV file. You have a CSV file. Okay, assume that you have some CSV file like employee CSV file, or you have some data. Okay, now I want to process this data. I want to find out like suppose I want to find out who's getting the maximum salary, who's getting the minimum salary, what is the total salaries, what is the average salaries, what is the total salaries department wise. Okay. So I want to find all these things. Then how can I find out all these things? Will you perform the operation on this CSV file on the hard disk? No. The CSV has to be loaded within what RAM. You have to store this data within the main memory. This data has to be stored within what is that main memory. Then how this data can be represented? How this CSV file is represented in main memory? How this CSV file is represented in main memory? How can I solve this equation? How can I solve this equation? Some 2x equal to 6. How can I solve this equation? How can I solve 2x plus some y equal to some, okay, 9? How can I solve these operations? These are which equations? Linear equations. These are linear where you have one input and one output and you are trying to find which value x value. So this is one variable and this is how many variables? Two variables. So how you represent this? You represent this data in the form of which one? Array. How you represent this data? You represent this data in the form of array. Getting or not? You represent this data in the form of which one? Array. So there is an input array and there is what? Output array. Getting or not? So there are a lot of operations you can do it by using which one? ND array object. ND array is a data type and this data type represents which one? Array. So this array term is used in C++. This array term is used in C and what is that? C++. And even you find in what? Java. But when you start learning Python language, so Python language doesn't provide any data type called which one? Array. In the list of data types, you have a data type called which one? List. List is there, but you don't have which one? Array. But list is different and array is what? Difference. We'll see that. What is the difference between array and what is a list? We'll try to see what is the difference between array and list. I'll tell you. Okay, don't worry. I'll tell you the difference between array and what? List. So you can use a list for representing one-dimensional array. You can use a list for representing two-dimensional array. But when you are saying array, array is having some characteristics. The array is having some characteristics. Matrix is having some characteristics. Array is having certain characteristics. List is not an array. You can use a list as an array, but list is not a array. List is not an array, but you can use a list as what? Array. I can use a list for representing matrix. How can you represent a matrix using list? Tell me, how can you represent a matrix using list? You write a list inside what? List. You write a list inside a list. Now, this is a list. Inside this list, how many lists are there? Two lists. And each list is called as one row. Each list is called as one row. And each value inside this list is called what? Column. How you are representing a matrix using list? By using a concept called which one? Nested list. By using a concept called nested list. Nested list. Getting or not? But there is some complexity when you are representing data as a matrix using what here? List. So list doesn't provide all the operations provided by which one? Array. That will see it. What is the difference and all the things will see it, right? Yeah. So what is the advantage of NumPy? Array. So first one is, what is the first one is, first one is efficiency. First one is what here? Efficiency. So let me talk about this. I think I've written some of the differences here. See, I already uploaded this notes in the Telegram. Is already uploaded. Okay, just try to go through the notes. And nowadays, every developer must have a knowledge of, must have the knowledge of which one? Artificial intelligence. Minimum knowledge you should have it. Not complete knowledge. For learning AI, what is the prerequisites? For learning AI, what is the prerequisites? I should know what? Python, and I should know Numpy, Pandas, Matplotlib. If you know these things, then happily, because now when a person start learning AI or data science, a person join data science and AI, then they'll teach what first? They'll start directly data science? No. They don't start data science or AI directly. They start with what here? Python. And well, will they teach the complete Python? No. They'll tell you only basics. Basics of Python. But you know complete Python. Then you can play like anything. Right? You know complete Python, then you can play in data science and AI area. But these people knows only basics. Basics of Python. They'll teach basics of Python for 1.5 months. 1.5 months they spend only on which one? Basics, not in detail. They don't tell you what you learn in Python, right? And then after that they start Python with what? Data science. Then they don't teach all these things. What you are learning now, they don't teach all this. They'll teach again basics. Again, they'll teach what your basics of which one? Numpy. What they require? Numpy. Basics of which one? Pandas. Basics of which one? Matplotlib. Not complete. And this is again how many months here? 1.5 month. Completed. So total how many months? 3 months over. Only learning which one? Only learning which one? Python. Then next well they'll enter into data science. How many months they'll teach? 2 months. Khatam. It means actually data science and AI duration is how many months? How many months? 2 months only. Data science and AI duration is how many months? 2 months. But how many months they're teaching this thing? 5 months. 4 months is over for only Python and what is that? AI. The moment when you enter into a data science, you lost your interest because you already know all these things, right? You already know all these things. Then you can learn data science and AI by just spending how many months? 2 months. Understood? Right? So person want to learn a generative AI and AI. Then for this, you just need to know which one? Python only. If you know Python, then you can learn generative AI and agentic AI. You can learn this. You can learn this because you are using you are using LLM models. You are using a models for developing applications. You are not building models. You are using existing models for building different types of applications. Is it API or not? Yes. देखो SECO here, SECO. You add this skill to your resume. Add this skill to your resume because you know Python. You know Python, right? Then add this generative AI and agentic AI. So this is nowhere related with this. Understand now? You are not building any models. You are trying to use what? Existing models for building different types of applications. Understood? Right? So for this, what is the prerequisites? What is the prerequisites? Python only. Python only. You know Python and you know this Python for data science related things, then easily you can learn that. Easily you can learn that. So is it Django is important for AI? Yes. You build a model, then how you interact with that model? By using some interface, right? Okay, so front end you required, a back end you required. Yes, all this thing you required. Compulsory you required. And tomorrow I'm starting a workshop. There is a workshop on what is this fast API. Okay, fast API. This is for developing which one? API. You learn already developing APIs, web services by using Django REST framework, right? Now you are developing APIs by using which one? Fast API. Okay. So now once you know this, I mean, tomorrow if you attend this, you'll have a basic knowledge because already you know Django REST framework. So in your resume, you can just add, I know fast API. So building APIs by using Django REST framework, building API using what? Fast API. Understood? So just attend tomorrow, right? 10 o'clock. So already link is shared in the Telegram. Okay, right? So what is the prerequisites? Python. What do you need to know it? Only Python. That is enough, right? So compulsory, yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can mention in your resume, but by practicing it. ऐसे ही sir बोला बोल के नहीं लिखना. हाँ? So sir said add this in the resume. Then you have to practice. You have to build, explore it. Okay. So you cannot complete developing APIs in one day, right? So you have to practice. So here, now what are the features? So what are the features of NumPy? This is what I'm telling you. Fast and what? Efficient. So first one is fast and efficient. NumPy arrays are fast and efficient. Why it is fast and efficient is, now there are different reasons why it is fast and what efficient. So the first reason is this NumPy ND array object is there. No, ND array object. ND array is only one object. ND array is only one object. ND array is only one object. In that object, you store all the values. ND array is only one object in which you store all the object. Okay, just to see here. Okay, for example, when you are working with a list, now this is comparison with the list. This is comparison with what? List. Because of this list is not efficient, because of that they are developed which one? Arrays concept, right? Array concept. Now see here, 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 comma 50. Now in this statement, total how many objects will be created? In this statement, total how many objects will be created? Objects will be created in this statement. How many objects here? 5. Only one. 5. Yes, in this statement, total how many objects are created? One object. Which object? List. उसके अंदर क्या है? कितने? 5 और what is that 5? Objects only, right? Total how many objects? How many objects? 6 objects. Total how many objects? 6 objects will be created. One. How many objects are created? 6 objects. So first, which object is created? List object. What is the object created here? List object. This list object hold the reference of how many objects? This list object holds a reference of how many objects? 5 objects. This list object holds a reference of how many objects? 5 objects. And each object is integer or not? Yes. Is it list is having objects or reference of objects? A reference of objects. So it is having a reference of 10. It is having a reference of 20. It is having a reference of 30. It is having a reference of 40. It is having a reference of 50. Correct or not? So is it list contain data or list hold a reference of data? Reference of data. So here in Python variables doesn't hold data. In Python variable doesn't hold data. Variable hold what? Address. Variable hold what here? Address. It is hold the address. It is holding the address of what here? List. And this list contain how many objects here? 5 objects. And each object contains so many properties. Is it object is having some properties or not? Yes. Every object is having some properties, and each property again represented as what? Objects. Yes or no? Each object again having some properties, and each property is one again object. Each property is one object, and that object again having some more properties. Getting on or? So the data when it comes to the list is represented as what? Objects. It means total how many objects are created here? 6 objects are created. Okay, 6 objects are created, but when it comes to ND array, ND array, how many objects will be created? Only one object. How many objects will be created? Only one object, and that one object represent how many values? How many values? 5 values. It means it is just like the way how you are working in which language? C language, C or C++. It is implemented like C and C++. In C language here, I'm just telling you, in C language or Java language or C++, okay, what will happen is you'll be writing integer. You'll be writing integer of A of 5. Now, what is the A is? Array name. What is A is? Array name. What is the 5 is? Size. And what is the type of this array is? Integer. So what will happen? There is one memory location. There is one memory location, and this memory location consists of sequentially how many memory locations? 5 memory locations. It means this A. This is what here A. What is the name of the array is? A. And A is pointing to how many values? 5 values. A is pointing to how many values? 5 values. Now it is reserved memory only for what? Value. It means data is represented as what? Value. It allocates memory only for what? Value. But here data is represented as what? Objects. And objects occupies more space. But here you define the type. You define what here? Type. What is the type of this array is? Integer. Integer means it will take how many bytes? Integer means it will take how many bytes? 2 bytes. Integer means how many bytes it will take? 2 bytes. Now total how many bytes it occupied? 10 bytes. Total how many bytes it is occupied? 10 bytes. But here object size is fixed or dynamic? Dynamic. Here object size is dynamic. Here memory location size is dynamic or fixed? Fixed, because it is written because of which language? C and C++. So the same thing is implemented. Same thing. The way how you are working with arrays in C, C++, you are implementing the same thing in which one? ND array. So ND array underlying implementation is in which language? C and C++. ND array is implemented in which language? C and C++. It is implemented in what? C and C++. Whenever you create a ND array object, ND array object is created. Only how many objects are created? One object. And that one object represent how many values? More than one value. But here, one object contain how many objects? Number of objects. And each object will have so many property. So why ND array is efficient? Why ND array is a fast and efficient? Because it is implemented in C language, and it is implemented in what? Fortran. Fortran is a formula translation language. It is one of the oldest programming language. It was there at the time of C language. C is developed in which year? You are not born. I am not born. 1972. 1972. But still C is there. Outdated is there. There, right? Mother of all languages are what? C. Without C, there is no language. Python is written in which language? C language. Java is written in which language? C language. .NET is written in which language? C language. So any language development is done in which language? C language only. Why C is so powerful? Because it is an embedded language. It is a embedded language. Means is a language which can interact with what? Hardware. It is a language which can interact with what? Hardware. One of the popular operating system like Unix, it is written in which language? C language. Understood? It's an embedded language where you can embed the features of low level language like assembly language. Because of that, most of the languages are developed in what? C language. But people stop learning C language. Yes, but C is a never ever outdated programming language, right? So until when you work with embedded development, people are using different languages, but initially the embedded applications are written in which language? C language only. Getting on not? Okay. So now ND array is implemented in which language? C language. Underlying implementation is which language? C and Fortran language. C and what is that? Fortran language here. Now NumPy arrays are faster than Python list for numerical computations. Internally, they are implemented in what? C and Fortran, which makes operations highly optimized. So it is ideal for large data sets and high performance computing, right? So this is comparison. We'll see later. So fast and efficient. So why it is fast and efficient? Tell me here. Or why it is fast and efficient? Because NDRA is implemented in which language? C language. C language. C is a object oriented language? Huh? No. C is not an object oriented language. So data is represented as objects? Huh? No. Data is not represented as a object. So what is the difference here? What is the difference here? A equal to 10. A equal to 10 and integer A equal to 10. Both are same? Huh? Both are same or different? Different. Integer. What is the data type here? Integer. Means it reserves the space of how many bytes? 2 bytes. And inside this it will store the value 10. What is the name of this variable? A. What is the value of A? 10. What is the size of A? 2 bytes. Now this is Python, right? Then what is this 10? What is this 10? Integer. So every value in Python is represented as what? Object. So it will create one object. It will create one object. Which object is created? Array. Which object is created? Integer object. Which object is created? Integer object. Is it object is having some properties or not? Yes. What is the size of this integer object? More than 20 bytes. That depends on the size of the value. That depends on the size of the value, right? That depends on the size of the value. So it takes more space, because here it is represented as value type, but here it is represented as what? Object type. Here it is represented as which type? Value type. Here it is represented as which type? Object type. Whenever you say object, object is having certain properties, and each property occupies some space. Each property is one variable, and that variable occupies certain space. But NDRA is implemented in which language? C language. And C language means the data is represented as values. Sorry, data is represented as values or objects. Data is represented as values or objects. Value. NDRA is object which contain how many values? One or more than one value. But is it each value is object? No. Each value is not object. But here each value is what? Object. Here each value is what? Object. But here each value is not object. Understood? So you can also define in ND array, you can also define in ND array, you can also define. Okay, in ND array, you can also define in ND array, you can also define the type. You can also define the type. You can also define what? Size. You can define the type and you can define what? Size of each and every value. So ND array provides so many data types. Okay, so many data types like integer 16, integer 16, integer 8, integer 16, integer 32, integer 64. Integer 16 means how many bytes? 2 bytes. Integer 32 means how many bytes? 8 bytes. Like that. You can represent data with what? Size. You can define the size of the memory location, or you can define the size of the value. You can define the size of the memory location or size of the value. So that is possible. That is possible because it is implemented in which language? C language. Now tell me, is it data is represented in NDR as objects or values? Values. It is not represented as what? Object. But NDR is what? Object. NDR is what? Object. But inside that object, data is represented as objects or values? Values. Clear? So because of that, it is more efficient. Efficiency is here. Efficiency is based on two things. One is time and one more is what? Space. You talk about complexity, right? So how you calculate the complexity? Based on time. Based on which one? Time. So time is nothing but how much time will it take to execute a set of instructions. That is called as which one? Time complexity. And how much space will it take? How much space will it take to store or manipulate the data? So that you can call it as which one? Space. Suppose if it occupies less space, obviously efficiency will be what? Increase. Okay, so these are interrelated, space as well as what? Time. Space as well as what? Time. Right? So why NumPy arrays are fast and efficient? Because it is not represented as what? Objects. It is represented as values, because internal implementation of this ND array is in which language? C language, and one more is what? Fortran language. And not only that, when you're performing operations, on ND array, when you're comparing with what? List. When you're comparing with the list. Now see the comparisons here. See the comparison here. This comparison, I've just written this. So this is the operation here. If you see this comparison, so for example, you want to perform certain operations on which data? List data. List data. For example, you can practice. Where you can practice? Now, whenever you are talking about NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib, it means you think that you are working with what? Data science. Data science, right? You are working with the data science, and then data science people, they use what they use? Notebooks. What they use? Notebooks. What they use? Notebook. Now, what is a notebook? Jupyter is a notebook. Jupyter is a notebook, and Google Colab also notebook. You can work with Python. You can work with IDLE. You can work with VS Code. You can work with Spider. You can work with anything. Okay. But most of the people, they'll try to work with what? Jupyter. Or most of the people, they'll try to work with what? Google Colab. Google Colab is working in which environment? Cloud environment. So without installing the Python software, if you want to work with what? Python, then use what? Google Colab. So can you work with the Python without installing the Python? Tell me, yaar, can you work with the Python without installing Python in your system? Yes, sir. How? Working on which environment? Cloud environment. No, not no. Yes, sir. You can work with that by using which one? Google Colab. So nowadays, companies are using what? Cloud. You don't find any software in your system. Everything will be installed, or virtual environment, or everything is provided by which one? Cloud. Who provide the cloud? Who provide the cloud environments? Three people are there. One is Microsoft, Amazon, Google. These people are providing which environment? Cloud. So within that cloud, you install all the softwares. You upload all your applications in which environment? Cloud. Okay, right? So everything you can find in what? Cloud environment. So can you work with the Python without installing the Python? Yes. You can work with the Python without installing the Python, right? So that is directly working in which environment? Cloud. Let me first thing what you have to do is already I said you have to install pip install. What do you install? Numpy. So pip, what is a pip is? Uh, yes. So pip is a command or not? Yes. Pip is a command. It is a command or it is utility. Okay. So pip stands for Python preferred installer program. Or you'll say some people say Python package installer. Python package installer. Okay. So that is so many people will say so many things. Okay, but officially the Python people didn't said anything. They said pip. Okay, it is nothing but is a command which is used for installing the libraries. If you want to install any library, you are installing the library by using which command? Pip command. You are trying to write here pip and what is the command is install. What command? What is the library you are installing? Numpy. So you are installing the Numpy. So Numpy should be available in your system. Numpy should be available. So it is saying that requirement is already satisfied. Means this Numpy is installed or not? Yes. And generally the third party libraries get installed in which folder? Side packages. This third party libraries get installed in which folder? Side packages. Side packages. So where this Numpy is installed in? Side packages. And it is available in which version of my system? 3.12. Okay, now you can verify that. How you verify? Open interactive shell. And here you just type import. What is that? Numpy. So this is to test whether Numpy is working or not. So import Numpy. Is it working? Yes. So you can use import Numpy and you can say import Numpy as what? NP or X, Y, Z, anything you can give. Okay, so what is NP? Alias name. What is NP? Alias. Means you refer this NumPy with another name or not? Yes. What is it another name? NP. In the place of NP, can you give any other name? Yes. In the place of NP, you can also give any other name. No problem. You can also give other names. Okay, right? Yes. So this is installing and testing it whether NumPy is installed in your system or not. You can write np dot np dot np dot np means what? Numpy dot, and I'm trying to use what is this here? Version. Np dot version. And what is the current version I installed? 2.3.2. Which version is available in my system? 2.3.2. Right or not? Right? Yes. So this is first you set up. This is set up NumPy environment. As a setup NumPy environment. To set up the NumPy environment, you have to install NumPy library. You have to install NumPy library. Okay. So by using which command? Pip. And what is this? Install. Okay. And what is the library you are installing? NumPy. Suppose I just hope you can also verify it by opening which one? IDLE. You can also verify it by using IDLE. Which IDLE I should use? 3.12 or 3.13? 3.12. If I open 3.13 and here if I'm saying import, import NumPy, what will happen? Error. What is the error is? Module not found error. Because in which version I'm working with? But in which version I installed in? In which version I installed in? 3.12. Then I should work with which version? 3.12 only. Because in my system, multiple versions are there. I installed multiple versions And you need to verify in your system. If you have a multiple versions, then you have to verify in which version you install that numpy. खाली ऐसे इंस्टॉल करके ओपन नहीं करना, देखना इधर, हाँ ये numpy किधर इंस्टॉल हुआ. हाँ, you should not open just blindly, right? थोड़े लोग रहते हैं पिप इंस्टॉल numpy खत्म. हाँ, बाद में आइडियल ओपन करके इंपोर्ट बोले तो एरर आ जाता. Module not found, then अरे मैं तो इंस्टॉल कर रहा मर, आई एम गेटिंग एन एरर एज व्हाट, module not found error. Then why you are getting it? You have to check what is the path is defined. Yes, path is defined to which version. Yes, because in your system if you have a multiple versions, if you don't have a multiple versions, no problem, because it will be installed in one version. If it is having multiple versions, then compulsory you have to see in which version your numpy is installed. Okay, suppose if you are working with PyCharm, right? If you are working with a PyCharm or any other, now this is a PyCharm, right? You people know PyCharm? Yes or no? Okay. So what is PyCharm? Python ID. Is it a Python software or editor? Editor. It is an editor. It is not a Python software. This is a Python editor which uses, it is a Python editor which uses Python software for developing applications, right? It is only an editor. It will provide just environment. It will just provide the environment for developing. It just provide the environment for developing Python applications. It just provide the environment. That's it. Okay. Let me close this. So close the project here. Create a new project. New project is there here. And whenever you create a project, what it is asking for? What is asking for? Environment. It is asking project environment. Means you are developing this project by using which environment? So is it Python 3.13 or 3.12? 3.12 I selected. Because NumPy belongs to which, I install NumPy in which version? 3.12. Suppose, okay, I selected 3.13. But are you installed in 3.13? No, you have not installed in 3.13. ये बटन किधर है यार? Now the project is what here? Created. How to install in 3.13? Oh, that is what I'm telling you here. Okay. Now, because you have to change the path. Okay. Now here I created here virtual environment is created with version of what? 3.13. Which version is used? 3.13. Okay. Now select the project. It is setting up the environment and select which file? Python file. And here I'm writing test1.py. What is my program? Test1.py. Here I'll write import. Import which one? NumPy. So immediately it is given underline or not? Yes. You can find some underline here. What is this indicates here? No module named what? NumPy. Because is it this available in 3.13? No. So now how can I make this NumPy available to this project? How this NumPy is available to my project? What you can do? See, यहाँ पे है ना, बहुत अच्छा है ये. देखो, what is there here? Select this here. You can see here an option. What is the option is? Install package NumPy. You don't require to use which command? You don't require to use which command? Pip command. And you should see that your system is connected with network, internet. अभी क्या रहता है? You say install package NumPy. internet nahi hai. Because install means from where it is installing it from, where it is installing from, where all these packages are available in. Where these packages are available in one repository. What is that? pypi.org. pypi.org, that is nothing but Python package index. That is a Python package index. It is a repository of all the libraries. It is a repository of all the libraries. All Python community related libraries you find in one repository or one location. And what is the name of that location? pypi.org. Now, when you select your install package Numpy, that's all. Now, is it Numpy? Yes, here it is downloading and installing which one? Numpy. You can see installing collected packages. What is that? Numpy. Collected packages. And what is that packages? Numpy. Okay, done this. Okay, now you should know it. Why you are learning Numpy? Why are you learning Numpy? You are learning Numpy for, these are the basics for moving towards which one? Data science. Moving towards which one? Artificial intelligence. Because whenever you are saying data science or AI, what you required? Data. And that data has to be processed or not? Yes. The data has to be processed. And how you process the data? By applying some mathematical equations. How you process the data? By applying some statistical operations. Understood? So you should know that. बाद में नहीं बोलना कि यार मैं numpy क्यों सीख रहा हूँ. Understood? Right? But we'll see with some real-time use cases. Right? So now, is it that error is deleted? Is it that error is there or not there? Not there. Deleted. That error is what? Deleted. Right? Now you can write here print what? Numpy dot underscore underscore what? Version. What is this underscore underscore version underscore underscore? What is Numpy? What is Numpy? Module. Actually, Numpy is a package. What is the name of the package? Numpy. Numpy is a package. But is import is for importing package. Import is for importing package. Importing module. Importing which one? Module. Importing module. So whenever you say import Numpy, is it importing one module? Bolo yaar. It is importing one module. Which module it is importing? Numpy module. But is it any module with the name Numpy? No. Numpy is what? Package name. Numpy is what name? Package name. Dekho here. How to create a package? Tell me. I'll tell you with the examples here. How to create a package? Select the project. Select the project and new. What is this? Python. Python what? Package. Python package. Just give the name of the package. Okay, what is the name of my package is numpy 1. देखो यार, ये मेरा numpy है. This is my numpy. This is predefined numpy and this is user. Okay, I'll say my numpy. My numpy. Okay, this is my package. I want to build my own numpy. So my numpy is a package name. Whenever you create a package, देखो यार, whenever you create a package, inside the package, one special module is created or not? Yes. What is that? init.py. देखो यार, init.py. If you open this, will you find anything inside this? No. Means it is empty. It is empty. You don't have anything, right? It is empty or not? Yes. What is this init.py is? Module. py बोलो तो क्या है? Program. What is py is? Program. init.py is what? Program. It is a program. Init means initialization. What you are initializing it? Package. You are initializing what? Package. Package initialization is done by using which module? init.py. Package initialization means the package contains so many modules. You don't want to explore, you don't want to expose all the modules outside. Not constructor, array. Constructor. Constructor means inside a class here. ये class है क्या? Program है ना? This is what? Program. init.py is what? Program. It is a special module. It is a special module is there inside what? Package. And this module is referred with what name? Array, this module is referred with what name? Package name. So why this module is used is for initializing, set up the package. If you want to set up the package or if you want to declare package level variables, package level functions, package level data types, and importing other things at which level? Package level, then you write that inside what? init.py. But people say init.py is empty. ऐसे दे दिए क्या? empty लिखने के लिए दे दिए क्या? नहीं. So you write something inside what? init.py. See here, in init.py I'm creating one variable. What is that variable? Is x equal to 100. Or I create one variable. What is my variable? Underscore. What is this? Version. Underscore version equal to. Now this is 0.1. Sorry, 0.1.0. This is there in which program? init.py of which one? My numpy. इसको close करो. देखो यार. Now there are two packages. One is predefined. One is a predefined and one more is user defined. What is a user defined package name? My numpy. Okay, import. What is this? My numpy. Import my numpy. My numpy dot. What is this? Version. मर a variable folder के अंदर है क्या? Is it variable is there in folder? Folder contain what? Files. Folder contain what? Files. Where is this variable is in? Where is this variable is in? init.py. How this init.py is a module or not? Yes, it is a magic module. And this module get imported automatically with what name? Package name. Whenever you say import my numpy, it is referring which module? It is referring which module? init.py. From that module, you are accessing. From that module, you are accessing one variable. And what is the name of that variable? Version. So which module is imported with the package name? Alright, which module is imported with the package name? init.py. init.py is a module imported with what name? Package name. And whatever content is there in init.py, you access with what name? Package name. समझ में है? Right? So import is used for importing module only, but which module is imported with the package name is init.py. So whenever you are accessing anything by using numpy, you are saying numpy dot. You have a function called which one? Array. But where is array function is in? Is it written in init.py? No, it is not written in init.py. This numpy is having so many modules. Numpy is having a lot of modules. Can you see the numpy package? Bolo yaar, can I see numpy package? Numpy package can I see here? Okay. Where it is in side packages? What is the name of this is? Numpy. Okay, this is numpy, and inside this you can see so many sub packages are there or not. देखो कितना sub packages है, so many are there here. For example, linear algebra related, linear see here, linear algebra. What is the name of this library? Matrix library. What is the name of this is? Polynomial. What is the name of this is? Random. Means all these are what? All these are what? Packages. Inside a package, can you create a package or not? Yes, that you can call it as which one? Sub package. Package within the package is what? Sub package. Now all these are the sub packages. Along with this, what is the name of this is? Init dot py empty. Empty है क्या? Is it this is empty or it is having some content? It is having some content. देखो यार पूरा है ना इधर, ये पूरा लिखे ना लिखे. Is it everything is written or not written? Written means see here. देखो यार यहाँ पे a single statement if you see it, this is what you learn from dot underscore core. What is a core is sub package. What is a core is sub package. Core is what? Sub package. Yes, all the sub packages are imported in init.py here. They imported all this here. They imported all this in which one? Numpy. Whatever it is there in sub packages, all those things they imported in which one? Numpy. Means which package is hidden? Some packages are hidden or not? Yes, you are not accessing those sub packages. You are not accessing it. Those are what? Hidden. So many things will be there in the sub packages. All the things are required by the programmer? No. All the things are not required by the programmer. Only the things which are required by the programmer, those things are imported at which level? Package level. Those things are imported at which level? Package level. Remaining all the things are hidden. That is what maybe you learn in packages. What is a package? What is package? A package is a collection of modules. Package is a collection of modules. What is the advantage of packages? What is the advantage of packages? Online students, reusable, yes. Reusability, modularity, readability, security. Reusability, modularity, readability, secure. Reusability means once you group within one package, that can be used either in one application or more than one application. Modularity means you are dividing it. Your project is having so many programs, then you divide all those programs into folders. All those programs into what? Folders. So maintaining your code becomes what? Easy. Readability, you can easily understand which program is where. Yes or no? Suppose your system is having so many photographs. बहुत सारे photos हैं आपके system में. What do you do it? Organize. Will you organize or not? Yes. How you organize? How you organize? By creating folders. You create a folder called friends folder. Then you put all photographs, friends photographs into friends folder. Family folder where you put all the family photos. Trip folders, Goa trip, Pune trip. Like you create number of folders and then put all the images or not. Yes. Why you are creating so many folders and storing it? Finding becomes what? Easy. Maintaining becomes what? Easy. Yes or no? So divide is dividing and acquiring. That is one of the important feature, right? So somebody is asking, sir, can a module contain package? A module contain package? बोलो आप लोग ही बोलना यार मेरे को. You should tell. Is it module contain package? No, module is a file. फाइल को किधर स्टोर करते? फोल्डर में. फाइल को फोल्डर में स्टोर करते, मगर फोल्डर को फाइल में स्टोर करते क्या? नहीं है यार. That is wrong. Yes. So module is a file, and how can we store? No. So a module, you are storing a module. Module is a file. Module is a file, and that file you are storing into what? Folder. Okay, na? So folder is a collection of files. Folder is a collection of files, right? I don't know how you are asking this question here. अब पैकेज में फोल्डर, फोल्डर के अंदर फाइल रहता है, फाइल के अंदर फोल्डर रहता है, फोल्डर के अंदर फाइल रहता है. Okay, no problem. Okay. So this is a set. I think you understood. Okay, what is NumPy? Okay, Numpy is a package. Actually, it is a package contains so many modules. And whenever you import Numpy, there are certain modules imported there are certain things imported at which level? Package level. There are certain things imported at which level? Package level. And where it is imported in init.py. So there is one module which is referred with what? Package name. Which module is referred with package name? Init.py. So whenever you import the package, one program get imported automatically and refer with package name. And what is the name of that program is? Init.py. Clear? Yes. Online students. Yes or no? Online students. Is it clear? Yes. Okay. Okay, right. Now suppose if it is a Jupyter, how to install the Jupyter, you know it. How you install the Jupyter? Pip. Pip what? Install. What do you write? Jupyter. Jupyter or notebook? What do you write? Pip install? Notebook. Okay. So pip install notebook. Will it install? So it is installed. Which one is installed? Jupyter notebook. Jupyter notebook is completely written in which language? Jupyter notebook is completely written in which language? Python language. Python only here. So pip install. What is this? Notebook. In your system, pip is not installed. Then you have to set the path. You have to set the path to which folder? Bin folder of Python. Okay, set packages folder. Then only it will work. Or at the time of installation, you have to select the path. If the path is not selected, then you'll get an error. Pip command is not recognized. Right? So now after that, how can you launch Jupyter notebook? What do you write? Jupyter. Jupyter notebook. Jupyter notebook. What is Jupyter notebook? Is a web application. What is Jupyter notebook is? Web application. Whenever you are saying a web application, always web application is executed within browser. Whenever you say web application, a web application is having a front end as well as what? Back end. And front end is what? HTML. This is HTML or not? Yes. So what is a Jupyter notebook? Is a web application. What is Jupyter notebook? Web application. Whenever you are saying a web application always you run or open within the browser. See, this is a browser. Can you see the source code of this? You can also see the source code of this. Somewhere you have to view. Somewhere you have to see it. But this is a browser. This is a browser. And then what you have to do? You have to create a you have to create what? New, what is this? Python 3. So you can work in how many modes? Here, there are different modes or there are not? Yes, you can create a new file. You can go to terminal. You can work in what? Console. Or you can also work with IPython kernel. So kernel is a core. Okay, this is nothing but working with interactive shell, right? So just select Python 3. Select Python 3. Now, what is the extension of notebook? IPython NB. Now, I means interactive. Python notebook. What is a notebook? जनरली आपके ने नोटबुक है ना? वो नोटबुक में क्या लिखते? अरे नोटबुक में क्या लिखते यार? नोट्स लिखते हैं. नोट्स लिखते हैं ना? व्हाट नोट्स? Suppose you are learning Python, you write which notes? Python notes. Means you will write Python notes, Python code, Python output, everything you write in one notebook. Everything you write in one notebook, right? So notebook contain the text, notebook contain the code, notebook contain what? Output. Everything you put inside one book, so that sharing becomes what? Easy. Sharing becomes what? Easy, right? Yes. Now here you just type. What do you type here? Import. So this is called as what? Cell. This is called as what? Cell. There are two types of cells. One is which cell? Code cell. And one more is a text cell. One is a code cell and one more is what? Text cell. Now this is which cell? Code cell. Now where you write the code? Import numpy. Import numpy as what? NP. So NP is a alias name. NP dot underscore version. Now you can run this cell by just clicking on this. And what is the version I installed? 2.3. Understood? Right? So you'll be working in different editors. You'll be working on different editors. Experiment in Notepad. ER. What is your name here? ER only. Your name is ER. What is your name? Ishwara. Good name here. A very nice name you have. Why you want to cut the name? If you cut the name, right? Okay, according to astrology, okay, your name should pronounce like name only. You should not cut. कभी कभी अच्छा होता कभी कभी इसलिए I should put your name. अच्छा हुआ तो अच्छा है. Yes. So don't Ishwar. Ishwar भगवान है. Yes or no? Then why ER? Nice name you have. Your parents given very good name. And you are bigger there, I know. Score. Yes. Join with your names. Don't join with your yes. So even if I call your name daily 10 times, if I call 10 times, I'm calling Ishwar. Yes or no? And then yeah. Why you want to put some other names? Yes. Acha naam hai yaar. Yes. Then numpy np dot underscore what? Version. So that is 2.3.2, right? So, okay, now this is setting environment. Now come back to first feature. We are in first feature only, but there are 10 features are there. How many features are there? 10 features. But we are not yet completed first feature. Kaisa yaar? So comparison is there. Now this comparison between the list and what is that array? So list and array means now what is this element wise operations and what is the memory usage? So this we'll see in detail. Okay, not today here. So we'll see you on Monday, right? So Monday we'll see all the features at least, right?